Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Tim, Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta, and we're going to try to work this DX station right here we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see if we can't pick up this DX station. I didn't catch his call yet.
Thank you, stay tight. Thank you, DX, stay tight. The Charlie Tango 9, stroke, Union Radio 9, India, Delta X-ray.
Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta.
Engine kilowatt 0,
Roger. This is Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta, located in South Dakota. You guys are 5959.
The Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta, also 59. QRZ.
Roger. Thank you very much. 73.
November Zulu, man.
Well, that was easy. I wish they were all that easy. But anyway, we're going to try to pick a frequency and do a little calling ourselves, see what we can find out. Right now, I got my beam pointed at Europe. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta. Live stream YouTube Brotherhood radio channel. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta.
Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta. There's a parked on the air operator from Alaska operating on this frequency. This is Kilo 7, officer. This is Fox clear.
Oh, wow. Did you say you were in Alaska?
There is an operator from Alaska operating parked on the air on this frequency right now. That operator
Whiskey,
is
Delta
Kilo
4, November Charlie.
Yankee, and he's operating Park 7212. This is Kilo 7, Oscar Victor Foxtrot from Oscar Romeo, relaying the message. 73.
Hey, 73, no problem. We'll QSY. We don't want to interrupt any POTAs. I don't like that when it happens to me. We're out of here. K0 SSD QSY.
Kilo 4, Yankee, Oscar
Parked on the air, Alaska. This is Whiskey Uniform 9er Victor.
Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Tango, India.
Charlie 1, Delta Whiskey Papa.
Well, we could try to make a contact with Alaska. Let's see what we can do. I turned my beam to the north, so let's see if we can hear him. Gonna open up my hammers real quick, take a look at where he might be, and then let's see. All right, there he is. So, let's see. Gonna probably have to swing the beam around. That's one thing is when you're using a beam now. You got to point it at where you want to talk. As you see, when I get to the south, my noise floor increases. Pointed south right now. That's where I get.
Bravo 4, Lima, Oscar Alpha.
That's where I get most of my noise. I'm not actually hearing them right now. Other stations are picking them up, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not hearing them. Oh, this guy's in Vancouver. He's a lot closer. Let's see.
Yeah, I have some pictures of the that page.
Nope, can't even hear him. It's not making it to South Dakota tonight.
Yeah, good activation. You sound like you've been doing this for a long time. I'm just looking at your spotting. I'll add this spot for you. Good luck with your activation.
Noise level is just too high. All right, well, let's see if we can find something else. I think I'll try my other antenna. Still, a lot of static crashes going on. Not picking him up. Wow. All right. Time to. Yeah, time to go somewhere else. Let's look here. Swing the antenna back towards the east. See if he picks something up. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta.
Kilo November 6 Sugar Hotel India.
Kilo November 6 station. Want to come back one more time?
Kilo November 6, Sierra Hotel, India.
Oh, Roger, I gotcha. My name is Tim, Tango India Mike. I'm calling from South Dakota. You must be a California station.
Yeah, I'm here on the West Coast. Operator Dale, Delta Alpha Lima Echo. Little town here 40 miles east of L.A.
Oh, Roger. Well, I do live in South Dakota, but I am originally from San Francisco.
Well, that's okay. Hey, good contact, man. I just turned the station, and there you were. So good to hear some Dakota in here. If you come back, I'll give you a signal report.
Hey, Roger. Well, I have a nice 5.9 copy on you. I got my, I'm on my dipole right now. I'm live streaming on YouTube on my YouTube channel called Radio Brotherhood. And if you would look it up, you'll be able to hear how nice your station sounds out here in South Dakota.
Yeah, I have to check that out. Appreciate it. But hey, sounding pretty good though. You're 5.9, solid 5.9, and good audio coming into the West Coast there.
Oh, Roger. Well, that's good. It's I've tried to play around with my beam, but it's too directional. If I had it right now, I got it pointed towards the east, I probably wouldn't even be able to hear you.
Yeah, well, reflection in mountains, but yeah, I'm on an inset wire, going north and east. No, east and west. Sorry, up at 40 feet, sloped into a hill at 25. But yeah, I've had all kinds of wires, and this one seems to be the best.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I'm running one of those. It's an Alpha Delta fan dipole. I have it running. It's practically running north and south. And the apex is only about 35 feet, but in the legs, it's an inverted V, so the legs are about 10 feet off the ground. But darn thing works good. That's it's sort of my primary wintertime antenna out here, because sometimes the beams get so full of ice and stuff that you can't even turn them. That's why I kind of I keep it pointed towards the east, where I make most of my contacts. This way, I kind of keep it towards Europe. This way, I can still work DX if it's out there.
Oh yeah, I have an Alpha Delta 2 4080 I use, and I really like it. It's a good performer. What model is that you're using?
I couldn't tell you offhand. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's just it's actually a heavy antenna. A very heavy wire. It's like, God, must be 12 gauge wire on that thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's got it's a fan dipole, so it has three different legs on it. 10, 20, and 40, and then it does do 80. It has the coils on the end that'll allow it to be electrically long enough to do 80.
Oh yeah, well it's working good. It's got a lot of punch with your modulation coming in here. Yeah, I really like it. I use mine. I have one up at 40 feet, sloped about 15 feet on each side, and on 40 and 80, man, it really works really well. So yeah, you can't go wrong with the Alpha Delta wire. A little heavy, but good great performer. So, but hey Tim, I'm gonna get on out of here and see if I can make some more contacts around the band here. But hey, okay, Kilo 0, Sugar, Delta, I'll just say, Kilo November 6, Sierra Hotel, India. Thanks for the QSO.
Hey, thank you for the comeback. And don't forget to go on Radio Brotherhood channel on YouTube. You're one of my first contacts, so you'll be right in the beginning of the video, and you'll be surprised how nice your station sounds. Really, really good audio and a really nice strong signal. I have on my YouTube channel, I have my 7610 display, so you can actually see your signal reports. And I just noticed one of my receivers is not working. Anyway, I'll play with that. And then you can also see my amp. You can see how much power I'm actually putting out. But yeah, this is a nice little QSO. I appreciate it very much. 73, have the best. Greetings from South Dakota.
All right, man. Sounding good. Yeah, your signal just went into the red here, so it's good conditions, too. All right, Tim. Best to you out there, and I'll definitely check that out for sure. KN6SHI, West Coast.
CQ. This is Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta. Kilo Zero Sierra Sierra Delta. Live streaming YouTube on the Radio Brotherhood channel. CQ.
Kilo 3, Quebec, India.
Kilo 3, Quebec, India. K0SSD.
Is that K0SST?
D, Delta.
Okay, give it to me one more time, slow.
Kilo 0, Sierra Sierra Delta. Located in South Dakota.
Gotcha. Kilo 0, Sierra Delta, South Dakota. This is Mike in northern Arizona. Great signal, beautiful audio. You're 5-9 here.
Here, I want to confirm your call.
Kilo 3, Quebec, India. K3QI.
Gotcha, Mike. I got you on my, yep, right here, Arizona. What a beautiful little doggy. Oh, I like your Ducati, too.
Yeah, I bought that when I retired. That was 2002.
Ah, Roger. Yep, that cute little dog. He's a cute little guy. I have a lot of different dogs over the years, but mainly labs. I have a chocolate lab right now, but there was a time when I lived in California that I had two labs, a cockapoo and a Bichon Francais, and oh my goodness, what a dog pack they were.
Well, yeah, that's Bandit. He's the love of our life, and he's a good boy. We used to call him K9 DOG, but then I found out that was a real SIG call sign, so now he's DD DOG.
He's a handsome little guy. I got a couple shorts of my Coco when we put his boots on in the wintertime out here. He don't like that. By the way, I'm live streaming on YouTube on the Radio Brotherhood channel. This is kind of the first time I've tried to do this in this format, but I thought I'd try it out tonight and see how, try it out for a little while, see what kind of contacts I can make.
Well, you're sounding great. Like I say, your audio is perfect, and you're 5-9 solid here. Just a great signal. What are you running anyway?
I'm running a 7610 into an ALS 1306 at about 800, 900 peaking, and into a dipole actually. I'm not using my hex beam right now. I'm kind of trying to not be so directional.
Roger. Yeah, I'm doing a 101 MP and a Lux amplifier at about 700 watts and a Lux automatic tuner, and running on a Carolina Windham at about 35 feet, and both wires are up at about 15 feet over.
Ah, Roger. Yeah, when I bought my 7610, I ordered the Lux, and I kept watching their website. You know how the tuners would show up 9 a.m. Saturday morning for a few hours until they were sold out again, and I could never get the tuner. Every time I ever found them, they were always sold out, and I don't know, about a year, and well, heck, it was like 18 months. 18 months went by. And of course, this is just after COVID and everything. And I never heard from them back after I put in my order. And I finally got tired and I found this this 1306. So, I bought it. And, of course, I don't know, maybe 5 months later, they, oh, you're up. You can send us your check. I had to let that one go.
Yeah, roger that. I got lucky, and a friend of mine that became a silent key sold it to me before he passed. And this is my YL station, and she's got the Lux. I still prefer tube amps. I have a Alpha 9500 with a Telstar AT5K with another 101, and I also have a Kenwood TL922A with a Yaesu 710, that we kind of have a little mobile setup. But it's a beautiful amplifier. In fact, that's why I'm using it, because of the ease of use over.
Oh yeah. Well, I have two amps. I have the 1306, and I also have the ALS 600. The ALS 600 is attached to my 7300, and then this one is attached to the 7610. When I retired a couple years ago now, I was going to treat myself, and I thought I'd get the 101. I really wanted it. But everything else I have is ICOM. I had the 7300, 9700. My mic interface, everything was all geared towards ICOM. And when I sat down and figured out the difference, expense in changing over mics and the interface and everything, I went with the 7610 just because of the price that would cost to convert everything. But I'm really happy with it. It works really well. But, boy, every time I see that 101, I keep thinking, I still need to add that to my shack.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And I cut my teeth on the 7300. And like I say, I just fell in love with that first pictures of the 101 MP when it came out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got to have that. And, I bought it for myself. And then another friend of mine had one he had for sale. He just liked to buy radios, play with them for a couple months, and then get a new one. And, he's retired from Raytheon and an old F4 pilot, so he can afford it. And so I bought that one off him as a precursor to buy it for my YL for Christmas. Just so I have two. But, you get a little ate up with this hobby over.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's I don't know. A friend of mine for Christmas a couple years ago, he gave me this T-shirt that said something about ham radio was not a hobby, it was an obsession, and I think he's pretty accurately described that. Well, I've only had my General for, I don't know, going on 3 years or so, and in that 3-year time, I built a really nice station. I got a 43-foot vertical. I got the hex beam. I got my dipole I'm talking on right now, and and I got a nice collection of radios. But the one that surprised me the most, now all my base station radios are ICOM, okay, but my mobile radios, I do have an ICOM 5100, but I replaced that with a FTM 400 for my car because I like the C4 FM. I have a FTM 500 sitting here for C4 FM and as a crossband repeater in my shack. But the one that surprises me the most is my 891. I have an 891 in my Yukon with an ATOS mounted on, I guess it's like the luggage rack goes across, and and it's grounded. I ran grounding straps for it, but the darn thing talks around the world. I mean, that ATOS works so well. Sometimes I wonder why I spent so much on a base station.
Yeah, I know. That's great. That's what radio's all about. And you and I are probably running the same path. I've only been in the hobby for 3 years. It'll be 3 years December 7th, 2024 here, just another month away or so. And I just got into it when I turned 62 and retired. And, excuse me, because it's something I wanted to do, since the 60s. And so looks like you and I have the same mic time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I live out here in South Dakota. I live in a little town of 200 people. Just, and you'd be hard pressed. Now, this time of year, there's 200 people in this little town because all those hunters from Minnesota and North Dakota and surrounding states have all populated their little cabins out here in this little town because it's hunting season. Normally, 100 people or so you'll find around here outside hunting season. So nobody complains. I don't really have a lot. I got one neighbor in the front, and all the other houses around me don't even have any residents. But so I get a really low noise floor, so I'm lucky there. But when I put up my hex beam, I put it where my vertical was, and people ask me, why do you have that clothesline so high in the air? And then a couple of guys ask me, is that an antenna? And I go, yep. He says, does it work? I says, I'll talk to Europe like they're sitting right here.
Yeah, the hex beam does look like a clothesline from the old days. It really does. And that's really funny, yeah. And this is a small town where I live, too. I don't know what the population is, but it's small. And it's mostly agricultural. And I have 50 acres here. And I shoot coyotes out from the kitchen window. So we have antelope running through our yards and stuff like that. So, we don't even have a yard. It's just high desert. And so we're pretty lucky that we can just do what we want without any interference. Over.
Roger. Yeah, I like that. And basically, it's the same way here. I'm surrounded by corn and beans just everywhere. I mean, for 40 miles till you get to Aberdeen, it's nothing but corn and beans and cattle. But basically, it's the same thing here. I can walk across the street and shoot high-powered rifle to whatever I want. But the lot of the guys here with the big plots of land, they're pretty protective. They don't really let you go out there and shoot too much. Some of them will, but most of them don't. I got a friend who is a big farm family out here, and we go sit up on his hill, and we have targets out to about 500 yards, steel targets, and we just sit out there and just go shoot sometimes, and nobody bothers you. It's just it's nice, and but that's how it is when you get away from the city. It's just when you're in the wide open spaces, you have a lot more freedom. But being out here in this area, there are very few ham operators. There's a group in town in Aberdeen that I associate with, a couple of good friends. But when it comes to working DX and stuff, I seem to be the one that's most active. But I am the youngster in the group at 67. So, that explains that. But my good friend Ron, he likes to work it when conditions are good. He likes to really work it, and these guys are I guess you could call them my Elmers, because when I first set up a station as a tech, there's nothing around me, but I was able to talk to them through a repeater system that we have that actually repeaters in North Dakota, but it's linked to the repeater in Aberdeen. And we just started talking on the local nets, and next thing you know, got a few good friends, and they're really good Elmers, and they helped me build my station, And, I need something. These guys come out here and they help you out.
Yeah, that's a good story. And if you have a chance, go on QRZ and search by your zip code, and you might be surprised to find how many people that are around you in your that do have a license. Maybe it might be just a technician, but I punched in my zip code, and I was like, oh my gosh, 3 pages of people. But this is a mostly Latter-day Saints area here. Most everybody's put the church here. I'm not myself. And it's a Mormon community and it has its own temple, and they're pretty much preppers from day one, and so I think that's why a lot of them have a license. Well, listen, my puppy wants to go outside. I'm going to cut it short. So how can I check this out on YouTube? Over.
Yeah, I hear your little guy out there barking. Mine comes and jumps on my lap when he wants out. All you got to do is look me up on YouTube. Radio Brotherhood channel, and you'll find, just look under the live streams and you will see yourself. And if you, we're sitting at UCT time is 1:23, so just prior to that 1:23 time, and you will be able to see the time on my radio display on the video. Just roll back and you'll be able to hear your station. Sounds really good out here.
Well, I so appreciate it, and it's such a pleasure to talk to you, sir, and just enjoyed the whole conversation and everything. Really nice. So, all right, I'll go ahead and be on my final K0SSD K3QI on my final.
Roger. And I did log you in my QRZ. So you have a wonderful night and take care of that little guy. K0SSD 73s. Greetings from South Dakota.
Take care. God bless. 73 K3QI.
Well, there we go. Radio Brotherhood CQ Sunday. So we made a couple good contacts and showed a little courtesy to a POTA operator up in Alaska. So I think we'll call this one quits and call it short. So thank you all for your participation. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked it. Anyway, thank you very much. K0SSD signing out. And you guys all have a great one.